Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play and full live review for Nature Treks Together VR, a game released on the Steam store in December 2021 for all the major VR headsets. It normally retails for $11. It is in early access, and let's go ahead and let's just get in there. So as you can see, there's basically two different environments, an island environment that's of three different sizes. So this is the largest size. It's got several different biomes within these islands, that brings a little bit of variety to the island. There are several settings here. I do have it on the highest graphical settings. I did lower music volume. You do have smooth rotation available. There's also a meditation lotus. And I'll quickly put it on, but I'll also put it off. As you see here, it's like a little ring around you, and it just guides you in breathing, but we're not going to do that. And there's also some room settings as well. Let's go ahead and let's experience this. So like I mentioned, this is the biggest island. So you can see there's several different little locations within this island. You can see there's a little insect here, a little dragonfly. There's birds flying. And there is a day-night cycle as well. One of my complaints is that day-night cycle is a little too fast. It goes by a little too fast in my opinion. So I wish they would slow it down. And I definitely like the daytime environment more than the nighttime. Although in the nighttime you can see some things clearer, but for the most part, most things are less clear. Obviously because there's less light out there. Now, this is one of those games where when you look at a distance, it looks gorgeous. And some things still look really good, even up close. Like this textures on this tree look really good, even up close. But there's several things that don't look that great up close. And a lot of it is the smaller vegetation. You see some of the issues with the textures, with the animations, especially with the wind. You can see it just doesn't look very natural. You can see a little bird here. Wow. That's probably the best thing about this experience is all the wildlife. All the little birds flying around. All the insects. The leaves falling on the ground. All the fish in the water. It really is quite amazing that they could do this. See the little bird here. And there's quite a different amount of birds, quite a variety of birds, and also of fish. There are some dolphins, if you can catch them. And let's see if we can go in the water. Let's see if we can find any fish real quickly. They're not always easy to find, though. Well, you do have full locomotion, smooth turning, and teleportation available. And as you can see, there's like butterflies, there's different birds, there's a dragonfly. You'll see leaves falling on the ground, so you'll see like pollen drifting in the air. So there is quite a variety here. You'll see a vegetation that looks different on the seafloor. Let's actually look at that. Here are some fish. So here are some fish. You see, it looks like a little coral here. There's a nice variety of fish. I'm still looking for the dolphin. I know there's a dolphin, but we may not be able to find the dolphin. But yeah, the water looks great. Really beautiful. I think this is the best part of the experience. It's just how beautiful it looks. I love this waterfall. I really do. But I want to show some textures up close. The problem is the day-night cycle goes by so fast that I don't want to focus too much on just one thing because there's a lot that I need to show real quickly. One issue, and I'm not sure I'll be able to show it, is that I do notice that some of the vegetation expands and contracts versus actually swaying with the wind properly. But I'm not sure that I'll be able to point that out because Here's a little butterfly. In case you're wondering, you cannot interact with the wildlife. There's some parrots as well. I don't know if that we'll see them right now. And oh, here's a parrot. So one thing you can do is you can trace the parrot here. And you can add some different colors as well. And you can play like a little musical instrument this way. The waterfall looks great, especially for VR. A lot of waterfalls look terrible. This one actually looks really good. I'm very impressive waterfall here. And in case you're wondering, you can climb up. You can teleport up. There are invisible boundaries, so beware. Especially if you got in the sea, you'll eventually hit those invisible boundaries. But you can basically, you know, goodbye, cruel world. Okay, there we go. But like I said, you know, there's a day-night cycle. And the sun is setting now, and I want to definitely focus on that. Let's go to one of the places we haven't been. Oh, man. So many places to watch the... Like you see here, I think, did you see the little pollen floating in the air here? Yeah, you see that, right? Okay. Now let's try to go over here now, real quick. And look at that. You see that little effect on the water? That looks amazing, but let's not miss the sunset. Okay, the sunset goes by a little too fast, and this is just so picturesque. And oh, by the way, there's a little campfire here. This is where you can do your multiplayer. So if you have multiplayer, this is where you can talk and voice chat along the campfire, and you can add like a little stick to it, and you can also throw stones in the water if you want to do that. But yeah, it looks awesome. Oh, by the way, I'm mistakenly painting here. I didn't mean to do that. I was pressing. You know, on the Oculus, it's very easy to press grab by mistake, and that's what I did. But you can play a little music. There's more than you can do. More than this. That's not all you can do. So, sorry. See here, I can put a little stone like right there. Okay, there you go, a little stone. And I can put like a little flower right here to brighten things up a little bit. There we go. And I can put like this. There we go. Pretty awesome. So like I said, there is a day-night cycle. Obviously, it looks much better in the daytime. I wish there was a way to control the weather. One thing I would do is at night especially, I would lessen the cloudiness. I would love to see stars at night. Another thing is, rather than swimming from island to island like this, I mean, you can do it. And by the way, it looks great when you go underwater, right? So I'm not going to complain too much. But one thing I wish you could do is get on a canoe or something like that, and boat from island to island, because it's got these little island connectors, and I would prefer the devs get rid of these island connectors and just put water in between all the different islands, but have a little boat that either boats automatically to all the islands, or one that you can manually row. So I think that would be a wonderful addition to this multiplayer experience. Maybe make the canoes like a two-person canoe, so you and your buddy or your significant other, you and your wife, your girlfriend, can row from island to island. I think it'd be pretty romantic. Or your buddy, no judgment here. Okay, so there's different environments. So let's go to the different one. Let's go to the different environment. Like I said, that's the large island. So there's small and medium as well. But you can also choose the white winter. Now, you also have avatars. I didn't go to the avatars because, I'm playing by myself. There's nobody online. But if you have an avatar, you can customize it, or you can choose several of the different masks. And, that's one way to differentiate between you and your friends. Choose your own mask that fits your personality. And this is the other environment. This is the snow. Now, I will say I don't like this one as much as the island one. I think the island one is great, although, who doesn't like these little birdies? Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Oh, by the way, let me show the different things here. So that's the, you can put a big tree there, I think. Yeah, look, a big tree. A little tree. And another size tree, just for comparison purposes. Okay, there we go. In case you're wondering what that is, it's like a little shrub. And a little flower. We'll just put a little flower here for no reason. There you go. Oh, by the way, this is perfect because this kind of shows how it contracts and expands, I believe. Well, actually, it's not doing it, but I know some of the other ones do. You can, by the way, you can pick up rocks as well. There is invisible boundary. This is the invisible boundary here. I've hit the invisible boundary. You do clip through everything. There you go. I'm clipping. Clip, clip, clip. There are some hard collisions, though, between the larger objects. But several of the smaller things you do clip through. And there's some acorns on the ground. No, this is a rock, but there are some acorns. But you see, this has like less wildlife, just some birds. So it's just not as vibrant as the island, which makes sense. Obviously, it's a winter environment. But it'd be nice to see like a bear or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if there is a bear or not. I don't think so. But all you see is birds, really, and a butterfly, which doesn't make sense in the winter. Or do butterflies? As far as I know, there's no butterflies in a wintry place, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Anyways, yeah, this is Nature Treks Together. This is one of my favorite nature apps, relaxation apps. I don't know if you want to call it a tourist app or nature walking simulator, whatever you want to call it. This is one of the better ones. There's a lot of detail, especially on the island one. The island map looks good, but it is quite expensive, because really there's only those two maps. And really it's the island one that's really good. So, but I like it. Like I said, it has, lots of sea life, lots of birds, lots of insects, leaves falling, pollen, and I really like it. It kind of competes with Matt Newell and Caves Road. I mentioned that I believe he's the best developer for nature walking simulators or relaxation apps, with Iceland being one of my favorite. Meldros Sounder, I believe, Iceland, being one of my favorite destination apps in VR. And while this is not as realistic as, Matt Newell's work, it does have a pretty realistic art style. And, there's a lot to it because, it's not just that it looks good, but, it's got wildlife, it's got birds, it's got fish, and, it just, when the sun sets, when the sun rising, it looks so beautiful. Let's go back to the island really quick. Let's go back, okay, really quick. I don't want to make this a long video, but let's just go to the island real quick. And actually, let me show the mask real quick. I'm just going to show them real quick. So those are the different masks. You can actually edit them, but since I'm playing solo, you can't really see them, so there's really no point. But we'll choose a small map. So this is a cozy map for only 4 people. And yeah, I would say Nature Treks Together. It's a little on the pricey side for what it is, but on the other hand, it looks great, especially at a distance. Now, like I said, up close there are some issues. I do notice some flickering, a little bit of popping, not too bad. And the biggest thing though is that I see objects like go in and out of focus when you're getting closer to them. That's the biggest thing about this app. Plus, like I said, there's some unrealistic things that happen, like with the wind swaying. It's not a realistic animation. Some issues with the shadows, like they flicker. But especially at a distance, it really doesn't matter because it looks so gorgeous. So if you just look at this as a nature relaxation app, it kind of does take you there. I think with this one, you can't really tell some of the contraction and expansion that I was talking about. Yeah, you can see it here. You see that? You see, guys, how it's contracting and expanding versus yeah. Okay, that's a really good example there of what I was talking about. But yeah, no, it looks gorgeous though. Especially if you're not looking like super close like I was there. It looks really gorgeous. On my RTX 3080, for the most part, it is running at 90 frames per second. I do notice a few frame rate drops every now and then. And like I said, you can, pick up some objects, although most objects you cannot interact with. You see a seagull here. And you see the animation for the seagull flying looks really good. And can we find a dolphin? Let's go underwater. And again, let's look. Can we find a dolphin? So we do find fish. You see the different fish, the different rocks, the different vegetation. It looks really gorgeous. I think that's the one thing that makes this stand out from a lot of other nature walking simulators, tourist destination apps, is just all the little details here that really make this a unique experience. And so for that reason, I'd say it's one of the best nature walking simulator apps in VR, and I do recommend it, especially at the sale price. I bought it at the 30% sale price, and I think that's the perfect price for this given what's there currently. But it is an early access, and I think here we hit the artificial boundary. I think we're at the artificial boundary now. It's hard to tell, but I think we're at it. So let's turn around. And like I said, you can go up or down just depending on where you're looking. And just the water looks great. I really like the sunset, the sunrise, very beautiful. This is the perfect getaway. And for the sale price, I think it's a great bargain for what you're getting. And like I said, it's an early access, so developers are working on optimization. And they're also plan to add more environments, which I hope they do. This would really bring value to this. But some suggestions, some things I would like to see, like I said, versus making these little connecting little things for the different islands, which, it's not realistic. I hope they add like a canoe. And that way you could just, row in between islands. I think that would be wonderful. I think that would really put this over the top. And yeah, more people need to use this as multiplayer. Because it is gorgeous, and, this is perfect. Gather around the campfire and you can just chill out. For some people, if you just have close friends you talk to online, it might be better than other VR social apps, Very relaxing, very beautiful. I really love this island. I wish I could be there in real life, but this is the next best thing. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play and full live review for Nature Treks Together. And if I have to rate it, and I'm going to rate it at the normal price, I would give this a 7 out of 10. Now, I would rate this higher if it were more value for this, like if they added more environments. And like I said, that boat idea, I think, would really put this over the top. But despite the mixed status on Steam, I think this is one of the better nature apps in VR, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play and full live review for Nature Treks Together. If you enjoyed my video review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's check out the beautiful, beautiful sunset. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. There's a cloud right now. Okay, wow. Just the way the sun hits the water, it's so beautiful. And let's go a little under the water to see the... You see that? That looks awesome, right? Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy this sunset. Goodbye.